Want a slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is just a little taste, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is money in the bank, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is I wake up to bounce tea, I make mine by the leader. I drink life in a teacup. I like Valet 30 better than tequila. Yeah, Velcy, I sip that night. Got a little kick like Tai Chi. Look so good, better recognize me. It's a type of lifestyle, I'm icy. Still don't need chill on me. Flare pill, yeah, I'm still on it. Velcy a day and nightly. Got a little kick like Tai Chi. Slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is just a little taste, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is slim waist, all it takes is tip top shape, all it takes is money in the bank, all it takes is no time to waste, all it takes is
All right. Man, every time that song comes on, I get excited. Tava Nation, Tava International, if you're out there rocking with the kid this morning, go ahead and let us know, right? Let us know in the chats that you're out there, guys. Let us know that you're with us this morning. Just truly excited to be on, right? Definitely humbled to be training. And we're going to get into it this morning, guys. Good morning, Roslyn. Well, I see there's so many people. Jackie Freeman out there, right? There's so many names. Sean Tate, Melanie, right? Just, man, Kimberly, right? Glad to have y'all on. I see my mentor, right? My sister, brother, Nina Rochelle Moore is on, guys. She rocked the training last night, and we're going to keep it in the same vein. We're going to keep it in the same vein this morning, guys. And we're just talking about just some basic things, right? We didn't get into no deep philosophies. We didn't get into no deep revelations about how to work the business, but we kept it with the fundamentals. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning, guys, is the fundamentals, right? But before we jump into that, I just want to give a few announcements, right? I just got some good news. Little birdie, right, just dropped some jewels in my ear and said, guys, that our Caprice BOGO is going to run to Sunday midnight, guys. And I don't know about you, but I'm an advocate coffee drinker, right? Tastes so good, right? That Caprice is amazing. So I'm an advocate coffee drinker, guys. So know that BOGO is on. I think I might go ahead and grab a few just for myself. People know I don't give my BOGO samples out, right? I mean, my samples out on the Caprice coffee, guys. I try to keep those to myself because I love the coffee. But for those of you, especially the retailers, guys, go and take advantage of that BOGO, right? The coffee BOGO, guys. I've been in the company since March, and I have not seen too many coffee BOGOs. I don't know if we ever ran a coffee BOGO, right? If I'm mistaken, let me know. But that coffee BOGO, yes, it is fire, Nina. It is fire, guys. And so another thing, guys, we are having some challenges, right? Some fit challenge groups, right? We're getting fit. We're getting motivated. I know Paul, messes with me, interrupts my workouts in the morning. He wants me to stop, right, and take videos and post them in the groups, guys. But we got the fit game for the men. And so for those men out there that don't know about it, right, get with myself, get with STB, right, get with Mr. Harris, get with Mr. Ford, get with some of the men that are in there, JD. Guys, we got so many people, Joseph Newman, right, so many people that are joining, guys, and it's growing and growing. Start off with just a few of us, and now it's growing. I tell you, it gets us through the day. We motivate, we push each other. Mr. Harris, he has his own videographer and trainer, and so his videos are a lot more studio production behind them and everything. He gets his double-breasted workout clothes on, and he thinks he's doing something, but he's getting ready for that challenge, right? That challenge we're having in Houston, and so he's getting ready. He's working his way up to it. He's on the 25-pound dumbbells right now, but he's going to get there, right? He's going to get there. And I heard the women, right, have a group as well. It's called BNF Crew. right? I'm not going to tell you what BNF stands for. You need to get with Ms. Michelle Pierre on that, right? But guys, we are getting at it. And what I see here is I see the culture developing, right? That's the exciting thing. I see the culture developing, not only from a business standpoint as Tava is growing, as we're going international, as we're attracting the right people. I also see that people are getting fit, right? They're getting physical, guys. And it's because of the product, right? You see it behind me, the Valet 30, the Pasilla Tea, guys, along with our Flair and Caprice coffee and more products to come. But those products, I tell you, have changed my life. And when I say that, I was already on a fitness journey, right, to change my health. Did 3 years ago, right? 377 pounds, believe it or not. For those of you who have seen my pictures, right, y'all know that I was 377 pounds, right? And I just felt like I had one foot in the grave. I kid you not. Still confident, right? But just wasn't at my best from a health standpoint. And I plateaued, right? And these products, guys, have helped me get past that plateau, right? They've helped me get back in the gym. They've helped me work out 2 a day. Right? I strained my knees the other day because I just felt like I was 30 again, but my knees are like, no, you're 45, you're 45. So my knees is 45, but I felt 35. And guys, but I'm excited about these products. And I can tell you this, that our products are not on trial, guys. Our company is not on trial, right? We have amazing leadership from a corporate standpoint. We have amazing leadership from a field standpoint. We got phenomenal reps that are in this company, and we got products that are like no other, right? We had a compensation plan that's like no other, right? You heard Mr. Jeff Sampson train on our compensation plan. He broke it down so plain. And I know the comp plan, right? I understood the comp plan. But I tell you, he took that comp plan, guys, and simplified it and really brought the value out of our compensation plan. And so that, got me excited. I said, man, we have a compensation plan that's like no other, guys. And so we're not an ordinary company, guys. We're an extraordinary company. I don't believe we have ordinary people. I believe we have extraordinary people in this company, right? Now, we do have people that are average backgrounds, right, that come from the, simple and humble beginnings. But you're talking about people, ordinary people that are doing some extraordinary things, right? And we do extraordinary things when we come together. And so, guys, what I want to talk about today, and I'm not going to be with you long, this is going to be a quick training. Make sure you have your notebooks out. Make sure you have your pens. If you're driving, I understand. You can always go back and watch this later on Tava HQ, guys. But if you're somewhere quiet, right, make sure that you have your pen. Make sure that you have your notebook. And make sure that you're taking copious notes, right? Because, guys, I trust a short pen over a long-term memory any day of the week, right? And so just think about that for a second. If I was to get up and write down on the whiteboard, I got a whiteboard behind me on this side, right? If I was to get up and erase that whiteboard and write the winning numbers, right, to next Wednesday's lottery, right? And I said I knew the winning numbers, and I wrote them down, right? And then I went back and erased them, right? How many people wish they had wrote them down instead of leave it to memory, right? And guys, the information that you receive from the leadership in this business, right? The information that you receive from the people that are experienced in this industry, right, guys? That information is more valuable than any lottery ticket because information is the new money, right? If you look at the millionaires and billionaires that have been created over the last 10 years, they've been created, guys, due to information, right? The information that they receive, the information that they're giving out. People are getting rich. People are getting wealthy. People are becoming millionaires and billionaires at a very young age. Why? Because information, guys, we're in the information age, right? We're in the information age. And so the right information at the right time, backed by the right activity and taking massive action and applying that information to your life could change your life from a financial standpoint. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about some information that changed my life, right? And I want to talk about being and using the fundamentals, because a lot of times we want to do the extra, right? We want to, I'm a sports person. I love sports, right? I play football, but basketball is my favorite sport. And I think it's my favorite sport because I couldn't play, right? That's why. But I wish I was about 6'5", right? That would have been amazing. But I wasn't blessed with that height, but I love basketball. I love everything about it. And I know a lot of times, we get mesmerized by the behind the back and through the legs, right? And the Euro steps and the fancy passes and the 360 dunks. And we get excited about all that, but we forget about the fundamentals, right? And so the greatest teams that played the game, one of the teams that I dislike the most, right, is the San Antonio Spurs, because they're one of the most boringest teams to watch, right, to me. So when they used to go to the finals, I'm like, man, I do not want to watch these guys in the finals, right? But one thing about them, they're one of the most fundamental sound teams in the NBA, right? And guys, when I talk about fundamentals, I'm talking about the pass, dribble, and shoot. And so we was on a call, a Zoom with Ms. Nina Moore, our team, last night, and I said, I'm going to stay in that vein because that's what my trainer was on. I know great minds think alike, and I know that leadership, right? Great leadership stays tuned in and plugged to the field. I'm gonna say that one more time. Great leadership stays tuned in and plugged to the field. And so, great leadership knows what the field needs. And guys, I think it's the fundamentals, right? Those are the things that we're lacking because we see, the 20-minute, the 20-second, right? Or 20-minute or 20-day diamonds. We see the 30-day diamonds and the 45-day diamonds and the 25-year-old diamonds, right? We see these people that come in and we see the millionaire earners like T.K. Walker. We see these amazing things. And guys, but sometimes we don't know what the work that was put in, right? We don't know the work that was put in prior to them reaching those milestones in their business. Right, and guys, understand that those are just small milestones, right? Compared to the things that are going to transpire over the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? Because guys, this is a legacy play. We want to be a legacy company. When you think about legacy companies, when you think about Amway, right? And I'm gonna say the name of the company, right? That Amway, is a legacy company. And guys, believe it or not, still have more people earning $100,000 a month than any other company in network marketing, right? And you got to go down the list. When you go to the top 200 money earners and you get to $100,000 earners, you'll see Amway, right? You'll see companies like Herbalife. You see companies like Mary Kay. And those companies seem to be boring companies. But why are they so successful? Why are they legacy companies? Because guys, they learn how to pass. They learn how to dribble, and they learn how to shoot. They learn the fundamentals, right? A lot of times we want to get on the main stage, but understand that everybody's not going to get on the main stage, right? Everybody's not going to be a phenomenal trainer like Miss Nina Rochelle Moore, right? Everybody's not going to have a phenomenal retailing team that does hundreds of thousands of dollars in retail, right? Like a T.K. Walker, right? Everybody's not going to come in and go diamond as a millennial like a Joseph Newman. And that's okay, right? That's not saying that you can't get there. Right, but before you get there, guys, you got to learn to be mentally sound, right? You got to know the fundamentals. You got to stick to the basics. And a lot of times we don't stick to the basics. And it's those little steps, right? One of my favorite books, guys, that I've read that really helped me not only in my exercise journey, right? Because I know a lot of times when I was going to the gym, I would look at myself and I wouldn't see immediate results. And I would quit, right? I would retract. I would stop. And I'd be like, man, this is not going anywhere. Right, because I knew that I would have to go get up and face the pain the next day, right? And so a lot of times we want immediate results. We want immediate gratification, right? We don't want delayed gratification. And guys, delayed gratification is where the wealth is, right? It's the process and the journey and the things that we go through on a daily basis, right? Because guys, our results are hidden in our daily routines. Right? What are your daily method of operations? Or do you even have a daily method of operations? Right? When you wake up in the morning, right? Matter of fact, before you lay your head down, do you know what's going to transpire the next day? Or we just wake up and go into the day and let the day happen to us and we don't happen to the day. Right? We don't make the day happen, guys. One of those books that helped me was The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Right? The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I know a lot of people, another book, a lot of people read The Compound Effect, but Jeff Olson mentored Dan Hardy, who wrote The Compound Effect. He just took the same blueprint and put in his words and pretty much made the same book and sold millions and millions of copies, right? And so he just was a good copycat. There's nothing wrong with copying a cat, right? If it's the right cat to copy, guys. And so The Slight Edge, one of the things in that book that really changed a lot of things for me was it says what's easy to do is also easy not to do, right? I'll say that again. He says what's easy to do is also easy not to do. He said, eating a hamburger today is not going to kill you, right? But if you eat a hamburger every day for the next 20 years, it might impact your life. And so what I had to realize by reading this book is, right, it took a series of bad habits and wrong decisions, right, not going to the gym, right, eating out, right, eating the wrong foods that led up to me being 377 pounds. And so what I had to do is I had to reverse those activities. Because it's just as easy to get up and go to the gym as it is not to go to the gym, right? And so we don't see those immediate results. Those results are also delayed gratification, but in a negative way. And so because I had a series of bad habits, right, over a long period of time, My results was 377 pounds, unhealthy, right? Pre-diabetic with high blood pressure. And so, guys, I had to take the time to change those things. It was a 3-year journey. And a lot of times that journey was painful, right? But I knew that the success was in my daily method of operations. And so it was a series of things that I had to do every day. I had to stop eating like I was eating, right? I had to go to the gym. I had to move my body. I had to put the right things in my body, guys. And so, if you change your habits, right? If you start eating, maybe a salad, right, every day, or maybe a protein shake, or maybe, walking 30 minutes a day, 6-7 days a week, and you start doing that over a period of time, you're going to see different results, right? And so what I want to talk about is that's the same way your business happens. And Ms. Nina Rochelle Moore said it last night, right? She said that inconsistencies in your business, right, will delay, right, your success. And so you got to have a daily method of operations. There's certain things that you have to do in this industry, guys. And I broke those things down into 7 steps, right? 7 steps, 7 things that I looked at successful people in this industry. And it wasn't the best speakers. It wasn't the people that, just rocked the stage. It wasn't the people that looked like they were the Michael Jordan of the industry. No, it was people that got their team, right? A large group of people to do a few things consistently over a long period of time, right? That's how you become successful in this industry. Let's get a large group of people, right, to do a few simple things consistently over a long period of time, right? And it's the pass, dribble, and shoot. Because everybody's not going to be an immaculate speaker. Everybody's not going to be a top recruiter. Everybody's not going to be a top retailer, right? But there's certain things that you can do on a daily basis that will impact your business over a long period of time. Right. And so, guys, the first thing you need to have when you come to this industry, you have to have a why. Right. You have to have a why. And so we talk about that all the time. It becomes cliche, right? Your why should make you cry, right? Your why should make you fly. No, guys, your why should make your ass get out of bed in the morning, right? Why are you doing this business? As a grown man, it's some things that I know I have to take care of, right? It's some things that I know that I have to do, right? Even from a health standpoint. It's just that when you get a certain age, it just makes sense to start eating healthy, right? Does it make sense to eat the things I used to eat when I was 18 and 20 and 23 and 25 years old, right? At some point, right, we got to understand our health is important. It's the same thing with our finances. And I still believe that this is the greatest industry on earth, right? Hands down, I could put network marketing against any Fortune 500 company, any traditional business model. Guys, network marketing is the greatest industry on earth. It allows somebody like me, a high school, took 2 years, right, to 2 extra years to graduate from high school. Yeah, that's a true story, right? That dropped out of college, right? That worked 2 jobs, did a whole bunch of things that I'm not proud of, but this industry, right, changed my life. It was the personal development. It was meeting mentorship, right? It was seeing people that had similar backgrounds, right, that were locked up, right, that sold drugs, that dropped out of college, that dropped out of high school, right? People with ordinary lives, right? People with subpar lives, people that most people would count out that were doing some extraordinary things. And so it changed the scope of my life, right? It allowed me to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it with. It allowed me to invest and open up other traditional businesses, guys. This is network marketing. That's why I would do this. And I would be involved in this industry until the day they throw the dirt on me. Right? Because that's how passionate I am about this industry, because the industry allows you to reach down and to pull people in, right? And surround them around like-minded people and pull them out their environment. Guys, that's what I love about this industry. And so what's your why, right? Why are you doing it? Because I'm telling you, you're excited at first and that excitement wears off, right? When the excitement wears off, what's going to keep you in the business? What's going to keep you moving forward, right? What's going to get you out of bed in the morning? And a lot of people start this business from a part-time basis, right? And that's okay, right? Jim Rohn said it best, right? He said, I was working full-time on my job and part-time on my fortune, right? Until eventually I was part-time on my job and full-time on my fortune, right? Full-time in my business. And guys, what happened was he said his business surpassed his normal employment income. Right? And he was able to be successful in this industry. And so it's okay to start from a part-time basis. I know a lot of times we want to jump in full-time. But understand, guys, we cater to the masses. Right? And the masses just want to make an extra few $100s. Right? Just want to make an extra few $100s. Most people that get in this industry, guys, just want to make enough money to cover their products. And that's okay. Right? It's different reasons why different people get involved in this industry. But you got to tap into that, right? You got to tap into why are you in this industry, right? And you got to have somebody that holds you accountable, right? When the person that rolls you into this business, you need to let them know what your why is, right? That's important. It's something that you got to look at every single day. My why has kept me in this industry for over 19 years. Have I had my ups? Have I had my downs? Of course, right? Have I had some days where I want to quit? Of course. Have I had some days where I felt like I quit and was done with the industry? Of course, right? I actually was done with the industry, right? Until Miss Morris said, hey, is the industry done with you? Right? Is the industry done with you? And I realized, guys, why. And it rejuvenated, right? And reactivated my why. And I realized, why'd you get in the industry in the first place? Right? For financial freedom. It never was about the money to me, right? It was always about the freedom, right? And this is just me personally, right? This had nothing to do with anybody else. It was just me, how I felt. And I just felt that I just didn't want to wake up and drive an hour and a half in traffic to go to a job that I did not like, right? To take orders from another man, right? And that was just me. I didn't want a boss. I wanted to own my time because time is the only thing, right? It's the most valuable asset we have. It's the only thing that you cannot get back, right? You can go anywhere and make money, guys, but you can't go nowhere and make up time. Right. And so network marketing, this industry, guys, Tava allows people to come in and get their time back through leveraging the whys. Get this, leveraging the whys of other people. That's what we do is we leverage people's whys, right? We take that why, right, that people give us, and we take our why, right, and we leverage those whys. We help people realize this is why you came into business. Let me help you get to why you came into business, right? I wanted to send my kids to college, right? And I hope this business allows me to do that, and I create the income to do that. Let me help you do that, right? I'm working 2 jobs, right? I want to leave one of those jobs. That was the first reason why I got into business, because I was working 2 jobs. I was working at a correctional facility for youth in the day, right? I was making milk jugs at night, and I was hustling in between, right? And so I wanted to get off one of those jobs, right? And eventually I got off one, eventually I got off the other, guys, and eventually I was full-time, and then I was able to take money from this industry and invest in traditional businesses. And so that's what it did for me, right? Some people want a second home. Some people want a second car. Find out what people's why is, right? And when you help them reach that goal, guys, help them set another one, right? Now your kids are in college. Now you got the second vehicle. Now you're off one of those jobs, right? Now you're full time. Now you was able to retire your husband, retire your wife. You was able to do things. Now what else do you want to do? See, guys, that why reactivates the dream, right? Because when we were younger, we dreamed, right? We wanted to be a fireman. We wanted to be a police officer. We wanted to, participate in the Olympics. We wanted to be a professional football player. Whatever we wanted to be, we dreamed. But at some point, we started retracting those dreams, right? We started holding back on our dreams and goals because life happened, right? Life happened, and what we do, we start shrinking our dreams, right? We like, I don't want the Bentley or I want the Rolls Royce. I'll settle for the Honda, right? Nothing wrong with a Honda, right? But what happened to the dreams, right? What happened to you driving past the dealership and going to get the brochures and sitting in the car and bottling up the new car smell or driving the neighborhood and looking at the homes, right? This industry allows you to get your dreams back, right? I want to take care of my mother, spend time. People have goals, right? They have things that they want to do. So type, you know what I'm saying? So I see people typing what they want to chat. Type what you want to chat, right? Type your goals. Type your why, right? Just one thing that you want out of this business, right? Type it in the chat, right? Why did you get involved in Tava, right? What had you excited? Because it wasn't just the money, because you can go anywhere and make money, right? What was the reason that you got involved? What were you dreaming about when you saw the presentation, when you got excited, and you went home and you were just excited about this opportunity? Because some of us need to find that again, right? Some of us need to find out why we got in this business, right, guys? And so what I'm going to talk about right now, I'm going to talk about 7 things, right? 7 things that I've seen leaders do with their teams, right, that have grown massive success with their teams, that have created tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis and created leadership, right? And produced leaders. Because guys, believe it or not, it's not the sports industry, right? It's not the music industry. It's not the entertainment industry, right? It's not the stock market, Fortune 500 companies, none of those things, right? When you think about profession, ask people, what's the highest paid profession in the world? And people, they shout out all these things, a doctor, a lawyer, a rapper, a singer. No, guys, the highest paid profession in the world is leadership. Leadership is the highest paid profession in the world, right? Michael Jordan didn't make all that money because he was a great basketball player, even though he was, right? He made all that money because he was able to take a group of individuals and get them performing at the level he was performing on and win 6 championships because he was able to lead a team to the championship, right? LeBron James is not one of the first billionaires, in basketball because of his skill set, even though he's a very skilled player, right? He's paid because he's able to lead, right? He's able to lead, guys. So when you look at people that are exceeding and excelling in their field, right, I'm quite sure that you can trace their income back to their leadership, right? People that know how to lead make the most money in this industry. And so let's talk about the steps, right? We got the why, right? And what do you need to do next? You need the raw materials. Understand, we are in the people business, right? We are in the people business. This is not a brick and mortar industry. And I believe that's what makes this industry difficult, right? We talked about it last night. This industry is 2 things. It's actually 3, right? It's psychological, it's numerical, and it's duplicatable, right? Psychological, numerical, and duplicatable. Those are the 3 things, right? Those are 3 components that make this industry go, because we deal with people. And like when we deal with people, we got to deal with what? We got to deal with their emotions, right? We got to become a lot of things for a lot of different people. And so if you're not a people person, guys, you might want to work on that. Because if you want to make the top money in this industry, if you want to make the big money in this industry, you have to know how to get people to come together, right? And I'll tell you like this. A great leader out of Amway said that this industry is like herding cats, right? Leading people is like herding cats, because it's hard to lead people, and it's a skill set, right? A lot of times we want to come in and we want to be superstars in this industry. We want to talk like this person and present like this person and train like this person and sell like this person and earn like this person, right? But we don't want to master the skill set. We want to master the simple things, right? So understand that this industry is people was one of the first things on that list of 7 things you might want to do, right? You might want to have a list of people, right? I suggest personally you start off with 20 to 25 people that want to make extra income, 20 to 25 people that want to get their health back in order, right? Compound a list of those people. And I'm not going to get into what you need to do with the list, because I got a few things to go over, and it could be a long, long training, right? But guys, create that list. It's very important. If you're going to build a home, what are some things you're going to need, right? You're going to have a list of things that you're going to need. And so you're going to need, some bricks, and you're going to need some wood, and you're going to need some piping, and you're going to need some shingles. There's a lot of things that you need, but you have a list of the things you need, right? And so when the contractor looks at the blueprint for that home, right, he understands what he needs to build the home. He understands the materials he needs. And guys, the raw material for building your business, because it's not a brick and mortar business, is people, right? It's people. And so I don't care if you're a retailer, I don't care if you're a builder, you still need people, right? Because if you're retailing, you got to retail to what? People. If you're building what? You got to build with people. And so I don't care, like I said, if you're a retailer or if you're a builder, both of you, right, need people. I suggest you do both, right? I suggest you take full advantage of everything the compensation plan has to offer. The linear side, right, and the duplications and residual side of the business. And so to do that, you need people. And so you need a list, right? And then you need to get with your enroller and categorize that list, guys, and start attacking that list. So that's the first thing you need, right? The second thing you need is you need to expose the list, right? And we got several ways to expose the list, guys. I'm sure there's several leaders on here, right? Several diamonds that train, develop, and do opportunity zooms with their team. And so you want to plug people into the opportunity zoom. Guys, if you don't have a leader that's doing an opportunity zoom, we have an app that shares the presentation, right? It doesn't get sick. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't take vacations. It doesn't take breaks. It shows the video every time you want to send it out. It's consistent, right? And so, if the leadership isn't consistent or is not there, sometimes that happens, right? Very rare with us, because we have so many amazing leaders in this company that are doing amazing things for their teams. But guys, what I'm saying is there's no excuses, right? Well, my team doesn't do X, Y, and Z, right? But guys, the app does it, right? you can share the video from your app, from that 4 inches of real estate that's glued to your hand, right? And when you wake up in the morning, right? Sometimes before we hit our knees and pray, we grab the cell phone, right? And that's just the truth. And so, guys, being that everybody has a cell phone in their hand, right? You want to utilize the tools that we have. We have an app that you can download to your phone. So what I'm going over today is the fundamentals. I'm not going over the deep philosophies, right? And people, what's the secret? What's the key, right? What you know what I'm saying? What do I have to do? It's no secret. You got to dribble, you got to pass, you got to shoot. You got to learn the fundamentals. These are things that you absolutely have to do, right, on a daily basis to have engagement and duplication in your business so you can get results. Because at the end of the day, we only do two things, right? We only do two things. We enroll people, right, and we sell products. And we teach those people how to do the same thing. If you're not doing those two things, you're not getting paid, right? Those are the only two things. I see a lot of people being busy. And like one of my mentors used to say, yeah, you're busy, but you're busy being broke, right? Because you're not doing the right activity, right? Do the activity, right, that's going to yield the results that create your paycheck. At the end of the day, we're in business. We're not here to hold hands, sing kumbaya. Yeah, I want to meet new people, meet new friends. I want to do all that. But this is a business, right? And I learned a long time ago that, yeah, I wanted to be a network marketer, but I also wanted to be a businessman. And this is a business. And so I'm a businessman that utilizes network marketing to conduct business and create a paycheck and cash flow. That's why I'm in here, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a business. We sell products, right? Now that we're international guys and we're expanding different territories and going to different countries, we sell products on an international basis, right? Think about that for a second. What would it cost you to manufacture products, right? Package those products, distribute those products globally if you had to do this on your own? See, that's the value. That's the thing that we're missing, that we're able to leverage other people's ideas. We're able to leverage other people's money. We're able to leverage other people's time, right? And have a global business where we can mass distribute products, right, that work and get results on a global basis from our cell phone. I don't think sometimes we get it, right? But yet we do things every day that don't get us the results to get us out of financial situation. But we sit on an opportunity that can give us everything we want, right? Because people say money don't make you happy, right? Most people that said that ain't never had none. Because I can think of a lot of things that I can do with money that makes me happy, right? Money is not the key to happiness, right? But money solves a multitude of things, guys. So you're able to work this business from your phone, and you're able to plug people into Zooms, right? We have multiple Zooms every single day, except for maybe Friday and Saturday. But guys, we have a way to plug people in. So plug your people into the information. All we're doing is sorting through the list, and we're plugging people into the information, and we're letting them make a decision, right? Our job is not to force people into the business. Our job is not to convince people to get in the business. Our job is to, right, share the information opportunity with people and let them make a decision whether or not they want to be a distributor, a customer, or both. That's it, right? Walmart doesn't call you. You don't get a call from Walmart in the morning telling you to come shop, right? You either go in or you don't, right? And so they don't worry about who's going to come in and who's not going to come in, right? They just make sure that they have the outlets and the distribution to cater to the people that do. And they've been very successful doing that, right? And so that's what we want to do. We want to be available. We want to be open for business. And so the third thing, guys, is third party, right? Third party is key, right? Third party is very, very key because it's one of the most unutilized tools in the industry. It's third party, right? You can track your business by how many three-way calls that you're doing, right? You can keep the finger on the pulse of your business. I can tell if somebody's business is growing, right, dying, or staying stagnant by how many people they're getting me on the phone with on a daily basis. How many three-way calls are you doing, right? How many people are you exposing? Are you trying to close people on your own, right? That's not part of the system, right? That's not a system of duplication because everybody can't close. Remember, understand, guys, we're talking about the masses, right? We're talking about the masses. We're not talking about the super elite, right? The superstars. Understand that those superstars in the industry started out just like you. Nobody comes into this industry, right, being a Michael Jordan of the industry. That skill set is developed over a period of time, right? Those people learned the fundamentals, right? They learned how to pass, dribble, and shoot, right? They had a daily method of operations. They became real good at being consistent to the point where they can duplicate that activity. And they get a large group of people, right? To do a few things over a consistent period of time, and it's taking them to tens, even hundreds of thousands, some people 7 figures a month, right? And so third part is key, guys. Use the three-way call. And I'm not going to go into the dynamics of the three-way call. I will touch on this a little bit, guys. Learn how to do proper edification, right? The key to a great three-way call is learning how to do proper edification. And guys, you got to excuse my allergies, right? They really acting up, got my eyes water. But learn how to do proper edification, right? So the fourth thing is welcome calls, right? Sometimes we do, right? Sometimes we do. We put people on a video, and they go to our website and they sign up and they get in, right? But guys, even with that, I want to do a welcome call, right? I want to do a welcome call. I want to understand that the buck doesn't stop with me. That we have different layers of leadership, right? And so a welcome call doesn't necessarily have to be with the person that enrolled me, but I do want to do a welcome call, right, with somebody that kind of fits that person's personality, right? We talked about that a little bit last night, right? I don't want to put a millennial on the phone with, somebody that's not a millennial, right? And so I want to match people with people that have that light energy or maybe that light background. You know what I'm saying? So if I have somebody that came and they were in the beauty industry, right, I want to get them on a welcome call with Nina. Right? Because why? Because she sat behind the chair for so many years, and now she was able to get from behind the chair, right? And she was able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in this industry, right? And so she's documented, and so people say, "Wow!" And so they can relate. And so I want to do that welcome call to understand, hey, there's different people from different walks of life. It's not just me, right? And guys, that's how you develop the culture. By letting people know it's other people, right? It's people that came from the salons. It's people that were firemen. It's people that were police. It's people that were insurance agents. It's people that's part-time. It's people that's full-time. It's people that have traditional businesses, college students, right? It's different people from all walks of life that are in this industry. And we have a community. Because understand that when people get in this industry, guys, they get in from an employee mindset, and then you want them just to jump in and transition to being a business owner. No, guys, it's a transition that takes time. And so they need to know that other people have done it. And it can be done for a part-time basis. So a welcome call is to let people know, hey, you have support, right? You have leadership. You have mentorship, right? You have people that are going to guide you and help you do this business. That's what the welcome call is for, right? The next thing, guys, number 5 is do a game plan interview with your new rep, right? And you want to plug them into your upline leadership, your diamond. Right? You guys, you want to do a game plan interview. And what does that mean? You want to set the proper expectations for that person's business. See, guys, I'm talking about the fundamentals, right? Now ask yourself, we're on number 5, right? 1 through 5. Starting with, we started with your why and we went through 1 through 5. Ask yourself, are you doing these things, right? Be honest, be transparent. Because the first key to being successful in this industry is being aware of what you know and what you don't know, right? And then accepting that. And so once you have awareness, the second thing is you have to have acceptance. Right? Because a lot of times we're not aware of where we are. And when somebody's not aware of where they are, that means they're lost. Right? And guys, you can't help people that want to wander around. Right? There's a story in the Bible about people that wandered around for quite a few years because they didn't want to take no accountability for where they were. Right? Accountability would have got them out of that situation, right? Way more faster than the time that they were wandering around the wilderness. And so people in this business wander around the wilderness because they don't want to take accountability for where they are. They want to take acceptance. And so, guys, once you're aware of where you are and you accept that, now some people can help you to get to where you want to go, right? So people can guide you and give you direction. And so you can avoid a lot of the mistakes that we make early on in the industry. And so the game plan interview, guys, is important. The sixth thing is setting up the launch, right? Setting up the launch. That's so important, right, guys? Amateurs start their business. Professionals launch their business. Guys, if you put hundreds of thousands of dollars into this business, I'm quite sure you would tell way more people than most of us have told about it, right? But because of the low minimum investment, we don't look at the long term and expound on the value of the business, right? We're already creating millionaires in time, right? 2 documented so far, right? $500,000 earners coming, $250,000, $100,000, $50,000 earners, right? $5,000, $10,000 earners in this industry that came in from $100 to a $1,200 investment. Guys, I know people that have invested tens of thousands of dollars in their business, hundreds of thousands of dollars in their business, and been in their business 3 to 5 years and still have not recouped their investment. They show up every single day, right? Most people recruit their investment in this industry, right, within their first 30 days or less. They're already in profit. I don't know about you, but that's a great business model to me, right? That's a great business model to me. Tava has paid me every single week since I got my first paycheck. I've never missed a paycheck in this company. Never. Right? There's some days in my traditional business, guys, where at the end of the month, right, stuff wasn't adding up. Stuff wasn't adding up. It took me like almost 3 years, 2.5 years to recruit my initial investment from that traditional business. And so I love this industry, guys. And so you want to set up a launch. Launch it like it's big, right? Launch it like it's $1 million opportunity, right? Launch it like you had the opportunity to make $100,000 a month. I don't care what your goal is in this business. You want to launch, right? You want to set that launch date within your first 72 hours. And you don't just want to launch one time. You want to launch and keep launching. I've drove past companies and 9 days later, they still have the grand opening sign outside, right? I talked to Ms. Nita Rochelle Moore. She's still launching her business, right? Pamela Lindsay, I don't know if she's on here, but she still launched the other day. And she's been in the business for over 30 days, right? Guys, it's never too late to launch your business. And if you haven't launched your business, get back with your enroller and say, hey, I want to schedule a launch. I want to launch my business the right way. I want to expose, right, my center of influence, the people that I know, family, friends, people that I know I do business with. I want to let them know what I'm doing, because this is just not a little business. This is huge, right? This is huge, guys. You got to place value in your business. And the seventh thing, we're like 10:43, so we got like 2 minutes left. We're going to close this thing out, is stay plugged in, right? Stay plugged in, guys, to the information. Remember what I said, information is the new money. Right? Information is the new money. We just announced that the BOGO is going to be on a Sunday midnight. Right? Somebody might not be on here and they say, oh, I didn't know. Right? I didn't know. Monday morning, I guess they go, I didn't know. Right? How many people get that? How many leaders get that? I didn't know. Right? I didn't know, guys, can cost you thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Remember, Jeff Olson in the Slight Edge, he said, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Right? It's just as easy to eat a salad as it is to eat the burger, right? It's just as easy to get up and go to the gym as it is to stay in the bed. Both of them are going to have results, right? There's consequences, results for every action that's taken as every action that's not taken, right? And so, guys, when you miss one Zoom, you think it's not having an impact on your business. When you miss one training, you think it's not having an impact on your business. When you miss an event, right? Oh, it's just one event. It's just one meeting. We have meetings all the time. I'm not going to get on this one, right? And then you wonder why your check's not where you want it to be, right? I hope I didn't step on the toes. If I did, right, it's okay. All right, it's okay. It only hurt for a little bit. But guys, we wonder why our check isn't where we want it to be. It's because the inconsistency. If you want a consistent check, then you got to do some things consistently. These 7 things that I just went over, guys, these are just fundamental things. Right? We're not even talking about the above and beyond that most of leadership do beyond these things. But guys, if you're not doing at least these things, you're not creating a list, right? If you're not plugging people into an opportunity, if you're not using third-party calls, if you're not doing a welcome call, if you're not doing a game plan interview, if you're not setting up the launch, if you're not staying plugged in, then it's not going to happen for you. Those are the things. There's certain things that you got to do. Guys, there's things that a teenager has to do when they show up to McDonald's every day, right? There's certain things that a guy that has to get up in the morning and get dressed, right? Put something on. He does the same thing every day. Walk out to the street corner and hold up a sign. This is our work for food. They even know that they have to be consistent. And so if a homeless person knows that they have to be consistent on the street corner, right, to get some change in that cup so they eat at the end of the day and they don't starve, right, then what makes us think that we can be inconsistent in our business, right? So what you're telling me is that a homeless person on the street corner is more consistent than you, with a roof over your head, right, with electricity and running water and the ability and the resources to run your business every day. You're going to tell me that they're more consistent than you. I don't believe that, right? I don't believe that. And so, guys, I believe that we have the ability to do some phenomenal and amazing things with Tava, but we have to be consistent. Right? We got to pass, we got to dribble, we got to shoot. Right? We got to have a daily method of operations. We have consistency. And then you have to have those 3 things, right? The psychological part, it starts with you. right? It's some things that you have to do to recondition your mind. Personal development is key, right? It's some things you have to do for the numerical part. You're going to have to talk to people, right? That's the numerical part, right? That's the addition. You got to talk to people every single day. But the multiplication comes in the duplication, right? The multiplication comes in the duplication. But guys, you won't get the duplication if it doesn't start with you. And so, guys, that's my time. I think I went like 2 minutes over, but I appreciate you all for jumping on this Zoom, right? This training this morning. I hope I gave you something that can create value, right? I hope that you jumpstart your why, that you re-engage in your business, that you understand where we're at as a company and where we're going, and that you position yourself for massive, massive success, because we will hit momentum. We will become a $1 billion company. I tell you this, guys, if you're not in front of momentum, you're behind momentum. And I've never seen a surfer running behind a wave, right? A great surfer is there when the wave comes, and they position themselves to ride that wave, guys. And if you want to ride this wave to success, you're going to have to be prepared. You have to get in front of momentum, guys. And to do that, you got to be consistent. You got to be fundamentally sound. You got to learn how to pass, dribble, and shoot. So, guys, that's my time, right? I appreciate each and every one of you all. I hope you enjoy the balance of your day. Until next time, we'll see each and every single one of you on the beach of the world as soon as we leave the bank.
Gotta top it like about give life. 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 Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind. New multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire. Big boss now, but it out took some patience. Real boss. Rockstar life spread wealth across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top it lifestyle, give life. 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 It go top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Ayy, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire. Big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread wealth across the nation.